All right, no intro or anything. Good morning, good people. This is your boy J-ZILLA with GWB Studios. That is Urban Academia Podcast, Redeem Life Podcast, and of course, the What the Frout Podcast. I'm gonna try to keep this brief. So I was on a panel, right, with Humble Dad, the Humble Dad Podcast, Monday, live, 7:30 p.m. Central Standard Time. And I made a mistake. This is what happens on this show. They give you room to talk crazy, right? Humble just listens. He hears and absorbs your opinion, and then he gives you a better one. All right. I accused a guy, shout out to my big bro prototype, my bad. I accused the guy of making a statement in which he did not make. Okay. So it's hard to really get the nuances behind it, but how about we just take a look?
I don't think women will ever get the truth out of men. Ever.
But why?
I say that because when we tell you the truth and we don't get good results, and we see dudes that lie to y'all get better results, we're going to lie too. The rest of us is going to start lying because that's what we see works. So, if you let a dude lie to you and then he gets what he wants, and we're like, dang, all I had to do was lie. I'm lying next time. I'm lying from here on out. So y'all never going to get the truth until y'all reward the truth and stop rewarding lies.
You sound like...
I thought y'all got discernment. I thought y'all got women's intuition. Y'all can't tell when somebody lying to y'all?
That's
wow.
That's
you sound like
going on.
Hold on, he sounds like
we can tell.
watching McGuire and Sosa, right? Oh, they using steroids, so I'm about to get on it. Like, man, listen, me and Humble talked on our show, Urban Academia. Shameless plug. We talked about this on my show not too long ago about that very thing, prototype. The idea that I was reading my Bible, I went celibate because the word was whooping me, and I told my girlfriend at the time, and she thought I was cheating, right? And so she ended up breaking up with me in a text message. But what I didn't realize is that my wife was preparing going celibate in her word, my now wife, right? We had known each other, but he was preparing her for me. And then I got to a point where I wanted to start preparing myself for a wife, not a girlfriend, but a wife. And so telling the truth, sometimes it leads to things like being broken up with in the text message, but it did ultimately lead me to something great, right? So this is like these things that we keep telling each other. I think this is stuff that men need to check other men about. Just like the comment that men gonna cheat, women should just deal with it. Like, matter of fact, Humble, please.
There ain't nobody on this show though.
First off, yes, prototype, you better tell him. Prototype, you better tell him. And I want you, Humble, to talk to prototype.
I better tell him what?
That very sentiment. You said on this show before and said that very thing. Women should
I never said that.
You know what? I'll get back to you tomorrow. I'm gonna find that clip.
I said that. I don't think I said that.
I'll find the clip, but we do have men that say that. All right. I'm gonna
I think J-ZILLA put me in a box. And he lumped me in a box with all these other guys, and you ain't got to the root of me. But it's cool though. I'm gonna let that slide.
I'm gonna fall back until I get those receipts. But I'm saying this idea is prevalent in today's times.
On my podcast, they say black men don't cheat.
Yeah, black men, but black boys do. But here's what I'm saying. How can we tell the difference? And I think we have that wisdom through the Bible, fruits of the Spirit. That goes for women too. Are y'all showing the fruits of the Spirit? Then I can't frap with you. That's what I did with my then girlfriend. I don't want to have sex anymore. The Bible is whooping me. We both just go celibate and make this thing official, but the right way. She broke up with me in the text message, led me to my wife. You know what I mean? So this
listen, as I interject into your point,
please.
That goes to prototype's point that she can't handle the truth.
And that's why, but that's that woman and that type of man. Because what prototype is talking about is the type of man that says that, man, I see these other dudes get the so-called box, which is a horrible way to talk about one of the greatest gifts God put on this planet. But whatever, we'll go with it, right? The idea of
mismanaged.
You know, when you talk J-ZILLA, I always like single mom, raised by single mom to validate their point.
Get your turn. Hold on. So what I'm saying is, you got men out there that are saying they're cheating and lying and getting women to have sex. I'm gonna do the same thing. That's a boy's mentality. That's not somebody with vision. That's not somebody with discipline. That's not somebody who's willing to do the right things to get a better class of woman. And then they complain about the woman that they get that falls for a lie like that. And the same thing is happening with women. These men are lying to them, and they're going based off of that TikTok and Instagram and whatever the latest show is, or rap beef, right? And then they're complaining about, man, all these men out here are XYZ. And I'm tired of hearing that. As a good man and other good men on this panel, I feel like we should be tired of hearing that. That is not true. Most of us on here are married. Heated. So I felt super convicted in that. And here's the thing. I don't have a better way of saying this, prototype, but yeah, I was totally wrong. It was not you. It was said on a podcast that it featured 3 of the members of the Humble Dad podcast, and I got it mixed up. Right? We make mistakes, but the thing about the Humble Dad podcast is that's a place where you can go and talk silly and make a mistake, and then, you know, hopefully get some guidance from the rest of the people on the panel, right? So that's what we're trying to work on, okay? Oh, man. So I'm going to show you a small clip of where that actually came from.
Rob,
right? And then after that, maybe the next full episode, we can discuss at length. But right now, I'm just showing how J-ZILLA is human and humbled by the Humble Dad podcast. Most notably, Dadgum Prototype, my big bro, my brother in this podcasting game. All right, so let's take a look at that clip. Is it ready? No, not quite. Almost, maybe. All right.
Can I ask y'all a question?
Well, just make sure that when you love,
we're
you know,
not getting all this
men
information
and
on her.
women. So you all are saying that you would stay with a woman that continued to cheat on you, even though, and you continue to take her back. You will accept.
Man, y'all gonna stay anyway. We cheat. Get over it. Move on.
No, don't say y'all gonna stay anyway. I'm not in that number, sweetheart.
Over it.
Anissa,
I'm not in that number. Maybe some other people are, but I'm not in
say
that
something to you.
Just because you don't know about it, Anissa, don't mean it ain't happening.
Yeah, you better make sure I don't know. How about that?
Anissa, let me explain something to you.
For some of y'all,
you know,
this idea
listen, all that head shaking.
You gotta make sure I don't
men
know.
are gonna do what men gonna do. And
Anissa, there are countless.
You gotta make sure I don't know.
Guess what? You know what? When you're 85 years old,
I don't know.
Anissa, when you're 85 years old, nobody's gonna ask you when your man was cheating on you back in your 50s. Nobody's gonna give a damn. You know the only thing that's gonna matter is both of y'all are breathing. That's the only thing you're gonna care about.
There it is. Am I racist? Maybe. Like, do I just put, as a dark-skinned fella, especially with this Kendrick Lamar Drake beef going on, am I putting all light-skinned people into 2 categories? Light-skinned people with hair and light-skinned people without hair? It's a real problem. But I looked for the receipts. I found something that proved me to be wrong. And I just want to say I was humbled on the Humble Dad podcast live every single Monday night, 7:30 p.m. Central. And, you know, shout outs to my boy Prototype, okay? But I do want to have the larger conversation about this thing between men and women. I'm looking for a ceasefire, and I want us to come together to figure out some terms and some conditions, some rules of engagement, and then keep to that. And people who land outside of that, no one's allowed to date them. Don't give them any play, any energy, anytime, nothing, right? And for the ones who do follow the rules, women, I need you to, what was the word that they used there, right? Reward good behavior. If a man is exhibiting the fruits of the spirit, reward that, okay? If a man is not exhibiting the fruits of the spirit, don't give him your time, energy. It's not going to work out for you. It's not going to work out for him. If y'all stick together or mess around, you may have more kids that'll just be, you know, more of the same. You don't want to do that. On the same token, men, if women aren't exhibiting the fruits of the spirit, don't give them your time and energy, and vice versa. But that's all I got to say. Tune in to Urban Academia every Saturday night at 5 p.m. or so Central Standard Time. until then, thank y'all so much for watching. Yeah, I got humbled on Humble Dad Podcast, but you know, they say on Urban Academia, common sense ain't coming. But bear with me as I keep attempting to acquire some every day. Peace.
For you. For you. For you. For you. For you. For you.
Vintage David Ruffin limelight, this thing